if we're talking to one person, we must be like in a talking stage, whatever that means. Therefore, you can't really talk to other guys because you're kind of committed to this one person. But really, it's like, it's an unspoken rule thing, and I don't know, it's just messed up. Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Karis. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate you all. Today, I'm going to be talking about dating advice for young adults, college students, or honestly just anybody in general who is dating right now. This is actually going to be a first video of a mini series I'm doing on relationships. I am going to try to get Andrew, my boyfriend, to film a couple of them with me if it works out. We do long distance, so I never really know when I'm gonna get to see him and stuff, so we'll see how that works. And this video is one of the 30-day challenge videos, so I am doing 30 videos in 30 days in the month of December. So if you guys have not caught up on that yet, I will go ahead and leave the other videos in the description down below so you guys can catch up on that challenge. But I'm super excited for this little series we have coming up on relationships. A lot of the video ideas for this series came from my Instagram followers, from messaging me and asking me some questions and submitting some questions they wanted me to cover on a video. So if you ever have any questions, or if you ever want me to make videos about anything, make sure you go ahead, follow me on Instagram and DM me and let me know, because I would love to provide content that you want to see. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to move on right to the tips I have for you. The very first tip I have for you is be mindful of where you're meeting people. So what I mean by that is, say you meet somebody at a bar or at a party, and typically you're not one to go to parties or bars. That's not really your favorite scenery, but you met somebody there and you want to pursue a relationship with them. You want to be a little careful in that situation, not because people who party or people who go to bars are bad people at all. It's not what I'm saying at all. However, if that person is a type of a person who likes to party and that's where that person usually spends their time, but that's not your favorite place to be, it might be a little hard to start a relationship with that person because you don't like the same places to hang out. Like, I'm just imagining like myself. If I met somebody at a party and after that party every weekend they want to go to parties, it would be hard for me to be in a relationship with that person because I'm not a partier. I just don't really party. And so I remember when I was single before I met my boyfriend, I was always very mindful of where I try to meet people, because I didn't want to meet somebody that I ended up liking and then finding out we just don't really have like the same values or morals. But again, please know, I'm not saying that if you meet somebody at a party that person is going to be bad or anything like that. I don't want this to come off like that, but it really does make a difference as to where you meet people. Okay, so the second advice I have for you, which I believe this advice is super important to keep in mind, and that is never settle. I say this because I have seen people all around me settling for less than what they deserve. So we live in this world where we have so much pressure on us to find the one, to find our significant others. And I actually go to a Christian school, so this is even more common in a Christian school setting. There's a joke at Christian schools that almost everybody ends up getting married by the time they graduate, or girls come to college to get their MRS degree. And although, yeah, like it's a joke, it's quite real. There are a lot of people who feel very pressured to having to get married while in college. That's kind of like the cultural norm in a Christian school setting. But most of the times that can lead to us settling for less than what we really deserve, or settling for somebody that really doesn't complement our personalities. And then I also see a lot of girls settling for a guy, or a guy settling for a girl because they feel like that's the best they can do, or they believe that having someone is better than having no one, which I can see why people would think that, because it's hard to lose that person, it's hard to feel like we have to kind of figure out how to be single again if you have been in a relationship. And it's nice to have that attention from a significant other. A relationship is a beautiful way to experience a very close friendship. But however, if you know it's not meant to be, if you know that it's not going to last and you see major red flags, then it's not really worth staying in that relationship, because in the long run it's actually just going to create a lot of difficulties that you're going to have to manage through in order to make the relationship work, and it's gonna cause a lot of issues. Okay, so another advice I have for you is don't be afraid to go on dates. I don't know what it is, but our generation has completely gotten rid of dates, and it's so sad because that's the best way to get to know people. I think most of us really have just settled on getting to know somebody through a phone screen, and we don't even really know the person because we've never really gone out and gone on a date with them. And then on top of that, I think a lot of the times we feel like if we're talking to one person, we must be like in a talking stage, whatever that means. Therefore, you can't really talk to other guys because you're kind of committed to this one person. But really, it's like, it's an unspoken rule thing, and I don't know, it's just messed up. So I would say to somebody that is single right now, if somebody is interested in you and you're interested in them, go on a date. And if you have found out that, that's not your person, then politely tell them and then go on a different date. I'm not saying lead people on, but what I am saying is it's okay to go on dates and get to know people. That's how you get to know others. It's okay to go on multiple dates. You don't have to go on one date and feel tied down to that one person that you literally have had one date with. But if you feel like you do like that person, then express your feelings to them. Which leads me to my next advice I have for you, and that is stop playing games. Just express your feelings and tell the person how you feel. I think that's another thing our generation has really ramped up, and that's just like playing games. I don't understand that. There's so many unspoken rules that you have to follow. Like I talk to some of my friends that are single, and they'll be like Snapchatting somebody, and then they're like, oh well, I have to wait like a minute before I respond to this Snapchat, or well, I texted him first yesterday, so I have to wait till he texts me first this time. And I'm like, what is this? Like, if you like the person, talk to the person. Why play games? So if you're really looking for like a relationship that you want to last, not some stupid games, then don't play games yourself. Just express your feelings to somebody. And I think a lot of times we don't want to express our feelings because we don't want to face rejection. But I would think you would much rather just face rejection right away before you put a lot of time into a person than playing some games, getting your feelings hurt, spending a lot of time on that person, and then finding out that person isn't even into you. So just don't play games. Okay, I don't know if I said that was my last tip, but I actually have one last tip, and this one is super important. Know your worth. Know your worth. There are so many girls and guys that don't understand the value that they have. They have such little self-confidence that they don't even recognize what a great human being they are. So many of you all have so much to offer. You are a beautiful human being. But if you don't know it, then it's going to be so easy to let somebody take advantage of that. You deserve somebody that's going to love you for who you are. But if you don't know your worth, it's going to be so hard to get others to love you properly and respect you. So know your worth. You're beautiful. You're important. You have a lot of value to add to somebody's life. But you have to know that first before you try to enter a relationship. But I know relationships are hard, dating is hard, and let's just say Corona has not made it any easier, but I hope these tips help. Most importantly, I want you to know that you are so beautiful. You deserve somebody who's gonna love you for who you are. And yeah, just know your worth. But I think that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on the upcoming videos I have on relationships. Don't forget to check out the other videos I have uploaded to my 30-day challenge playlist. It'll be in the description down below. But that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. For now, you can check out one of the videos I'll have up on the screen. And until next time, bye!